Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're going to be playing HBS 2018 Vanilla BattleTech. Uh, Kind of surprised Varenk hasn't shown up in the chat already. He might have missed the notification or something. So yeah, this is what we're looking at here. Title screen, obviously. I have messed around with some settings and uh, several settings, lots of different settings. Um, I did check this box. I was considering checking this box. Hey, Frank, I was just wondering where you are. Um, I was just saying that I I've changed the way certain things are set up. For starters, you may or may not have noticed I'm using a different audio filter. So the AC is running right now. If you can hear that, let me know. I'll switch back to the old filter and see if that works any better. Also, if it affects like how easily you hear me or anything like that, do please let me know. I've also moved my keyboard so that I'm not always, playing like this. So we'll see how this goes. I feel it'll take a little getting used to, but I think I'll be okay. I've also checked some of these boxes that I think a little choppy. Okay, yeah, let me minimize this real quick. Settings, filters. Oh, wrong filter. That's desktop. I need mic. Filter. Noise suppression. Yeah, this is supposedly a higher quality filtering option. So, uh, and then this one is it's listed as lower CPU, but if it's less choppy, maybe I'm pushing my CPU a little too hard. So, is that better? I mean, maybe my voice is just. This reminds me of a comic I saw a while back where a guy couldn't understand the person on the drive-thru, and that's what the person actually sounded like. I'm sure that joke has been made more than once. All right, well that's better. I changed the colors. I think this is the little line that connects my mech to my target mech, and it tells me whether I'm shooting them in the side or what have you. I turned down the enemy cinematics because I remembered that one scene last time that I streamed. I think it was a commando was coming at me, and the camera like panned back behind, like I guess it was a truck or something, and you couldn't actually see anything. So just reducing that. I was thinking about this speed up combat button. I wasn't sure because I mean I'm still new to the game, so I enjoyed the cinematics, but if it feels like there's any kind of popular demand for that, I can go ahead and do that. I'll watch the cinematics on my own time. Let's see. I think didn't mess with any of that. I don't think I messed with any of that. So yeah, the keyboard, the audio. I think that's all the big stuff. So with that said. Campaign and yeah. Lark, how's it going? I like the cinematics. Yeah, yeah, I'm a fan of cinematics as well. It makes the game feel more real and less gamey, in my opinion. Which, you know, um, is a desirable trait for me. Now, I don't mind games like Mega Mech where there aren't any cinematics at all. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with just playing a game, but it is something that I do enjoy when it's available. All right, so we were on day 44 of our career, and I, just like my Mega Man game, I haven't had much of a chance to do any gaming this week. Kelly's Heroes, 1010 movie channel. I remember seeing that on the shelf growing up, but I don't think I ever watched it. Wait. No, I think I did. Is that the one with, uh, okay, let me go ahead and do that. So where do we name it at? Refit. That is storage. Scrap. We're not doing that. Clint Eastwood. Okay. So that's what up here. Okay, cool. Cool. $0 to do that. That's cool. What's the one with Donald Sutherland as the tanker? I saw that one when I was a kid. I don't know if that was Kelly's Heroes or... Okay, that is it. Yeah. My dad had a bunch of different war movies, and I didn't watch all of them. I didn't, to be honest, watch many of them. I know he had The Longest Day and A Bridge Too Far, and I never really saw those. But yeah, oddball. That one I did watch, and I did enjoy. That was a lot of fun. So let's see. I'm trying to remember where we were at here. We had... Okay, so we're here on Detroit. We've got a priority mission. Okay, did I break it? What happened? Oh, no, I'm just... Oh, I wasn't clicking on the planet, I was clicking on the icon, I see. So from Detroit, I come to find out it was actually based on a real US government and Wehrmacht cover-up that involved real Nazi gold, really? So like, that reminds me, was Syriana supposed to be based on a true story? I don't know if I ever heard that or if I'm just making it up. But that's another one about, you know, foreign gold American soldiers. Okay, so yeah, we do still have 3 half-skull missions that we could knock out here, which honestly, I'm really kind of thinking about doing that, just because I'm a little rusty and, well, I never was, you know, that good in the first place. So we've got a guerrilla interception, smells political, suggest we go in, take care of the convoy, and get out without asking too many questions. There's a bonus if we clean up the enemy forces. Well, you know what? Working for the Free Worlds League against... Does it say who are targeting it? Guerrilla strikes, so I assume that's pirates. Not to get shot. Oh man, that clip was a graphic. So, I understand that you can increase your reputation by not filling out the payment and salvage bar, but I don't see here. I would expect it to go up when I did this, and it's not doing that. So I'll instead take the extra 40k. Yeah, against the planetary government, I suppose. I just saw where it said max reputation +3, so I guess I just didn't give it enough points. The whole show is like that. Fairly deep political show. BattleTech instead of mechs on spaceship. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might have to check that out. It sounds like fun. So, okay. Looks like we've got our crew ready to go. We're not using a locust, which is fine with me. I do kind of wish that I had the option to bring 5 mechs, because right now we're only deploying 175 tons, which by my definition is barely a medium lance. Just turn that down a little bit so it doesn't come through the mic. An excuse to hear classical Bach music overlaid with Space Empire dudes boarding action on a ship with halberd combat. Interesting, like halberd, like polearms, like physical, like medieval style melee weapons. Interesting. That's that is an unusual combination. Usually when I think of listening to Bach over scenes of extreme gratuitous violence. It's in reference to Clockwork Orange, or that was Ludwig van, that was Beethoven. So, but still, I mean, there's still the mental connection for me, at least, between Beethoven and Bach. Alright, so shall we start with the spider and see what we can get eyes on here? Big part of the show is boarding actions are a common form of anti-ship action. Battle axes, halberds, and bayonets. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you don't want to be shooting bullets and lasers around when you could potentially put a hole in the hull. So yeah, melee combat seems like it would probably be like a logical extension of that. Kind of want you, yeah, stick more with the group here. Oh, the indicator is so slow. In tabletop, I don't feel like 4-6 is that slow, but in this game, when you're only pulling 4 evasive pips with a sprint, it does feel slow. Alright, so enemy turn, no blips. Processing, thinking. Did I break it? Okay. Okay, so we've got glitch in the Dugram, which, yeah, now that we're a little bit closer, I kind of want to lead with the heavier mechs and save the lighter mechs for perhaps being able to like get in a flank once we spot them. And of course, we always go for the high ground. German sounding names are ridiculous. This gives you a big subtitle every time they show a character to make sure you remember German character 1 out of 12,000. Okay. I mean, I don't feel like all German sounding names are ridiculous. I feel like Steiner is a good example of a simple, easy to remember, but still very Germanic name. But yeah, I can imagine once you get up to like, 50, 100, 200 characters, they can start to run together. Okay, so we've got a locust who is walking backwards into the woods for some reason. Alright, and we are officially in combat. So, Medusa, or what is it, Tat? Okay, we've got eyes on. We've got 2 blips here, but no idea if they're vehicles or mechs. We've got the Locust, and this must be the convoy coming up. So the question becomes, I go full ham on the Prussian influence. One of your main characters is named Reinhard von Lohengrin. I don't see the problem with that, as long as they don't all try to be Reinhard von Lohengrin. The thing about German is it feels like there's always like a few more letters than they necessarily need. So we've got 75, 65 on the Panther, 50 on the Striker, 50 on the Striker. Let's take the 75 shots on the Locust, because I forgot he was damage reduction. And the Panther, with his PPC and SRM4, is going to take a shot at the spider and miss. Sometimes you get to a point where you're like, are these real? What can I do for you? Alright, yeah, we need to... Or, I mean, if we jump, we can get further. We can be more evasive. And we can be in some heavy woods. And we've got 60% to hit him and no other targets, so we'll do it. Alright. Gonna leg him. Okay, and it looks like the escorts are at half armor and the convoy itself is at full armor. Alright, let's get this PPC out here where it can do some good. Man, these colors actually do help a lot, being able to see that I've got clear line of sight versus just at a glance. $55 and $50, $40, $40, $45. We'll take the 2 shots if you please. Oh, that was a hit. That is his right arm down. Nice. It's a real driving show. The spaceship combat itself is enough to get dragged in, especially as the writer seems to have an appreciation for Napoleonic-era warfare, but sci-fi'd it up with spaceships. Interesting. I mean, one of the things that I like most about BattleTech is the anachronistic style of the whole, you know, almost like knights on horseback kind of warfare, where the mech warriors are supposedly like rare and noble and very lineage oriented, I guess. I'm trying to think of words, but I'm a little distracted right now. But yeah, I always appreciate any kind of like anachronism, as I was saying, the resurgence, I should say, of older forms of combat in like a sci-fi setting. Battlestar Galactica is a really good example. It pulls a lot, I think, from like World War I, World War II naval battles. Aside from the fact that, you know, aircraft carriers didn't really become a thing until a bit later, but like with the communications and the like the lack of intelligence that you would normally expect to see in a higher tech society, I really appreciate that that kind of dynamic. So let's shoot an autocannon at this. Well, we got 50% on the Locust. And he's got 1 hit point left there. So if we hit any of these 3 locations, he's going down. Or that one. Aircraft carriers. Well, I was just saying that the fact that the Battlestar Galactica is an aircraft carrier doesn't quite fit with the whole World War I naval battle theme. But I feel like they did that just so that they could have, you know, the dogfights between the fighters, which really does amp up the excitement level, I think, of the show. The first episode notwithstanding. Oh, dang. That first episode I thought really grabs you. I'm not talking about the what is it, the 3 or 4 part miniseries that kicks it off. I'm talking about Season 1, Episode 1, which is the one where they're like jumping, what is it, every 37 minutes to try to get away. Okay, so we need to do something about these tanks before they go too much further. And also, Medusa is really running out of evasion. He's only taken the 1 hit so far, but I highly recommend the new one. The old one, I don't feel like it aged quite as well. Yeah, I do highly recommend Battlestar Galactica. It's on my personal list of favorite sci-fi TV shows. I would say it ranks right up there with, I would say, Next Generation. I watched the old when it was new. Let me just silence this so that doesn't happen again. Alright, sorry about that. Um, Alright, so we've got a striker with full armor, about 400 points worth. We've got a panther with 200 and, well, a little over 500 points, including structure. Ah, yes, yes. Does that count for DFAs? Okay, well, first of all, we want to select him for sure. Jump, and if we hit him, it's a 75% chance to do 80, it says. Which, I mean, 160 would absolutely obliterate this thing. But it would leave me pretty open to retaliation. So perhaps instead, I come over here where the tanks are going to be in a minute. That brings me completely out of range, though. The thing about the spider is it doesn't matter if he gets out of range. As long as he's got a turn or two, he will catch up. What I'd really like to do is get rid of this locust, because he is down to his last hit point, and I kind of don't want to waste anyone with more than 2 medium lasers trying to do that. %80 on both, if I'm reading this right. It's only 3 evasion, but it is in the woods, and they're all moving that way, which is going to make it even harder for them to hit me. I feel safe doing this. DFAs are not something that should be frequently... Yeah, no. But it's always fun to consider. And eventually you're going to find that one perfect opportunity, and you're going to be like, man, I'm glad I checked. Yep. Alright, that is a kill for Medusa. Yes, run away from this spider. Ooh. That was a solid hit. Alright. So, we've got this big old PPC that we can return fire with. That's 60 and 45, that's 70 and 50. Yeah, we're gonna try to take out that striker. Okay, I see the little bar moving along with the music, but it's not the right bar. Are you guys getting the audio from the game okay? Because my status is showing that it might not be. I just noticed. Alright, so we're gonna do that. Oh, I did not realize those guys are also going to be taking shots at the spider. That could be problematic. No sound. Okay. It says my desktop should be coming through. Let me just 1 second. I should probably be paying attention to the game more than this. Let me turn that up to 0 because I had it at -5. I'm still not showing. I'm just showing it on the mic. I'm not showing it on desktop. Is it this one? Settings, audio. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and turn that on. Sound effects high, everything high. Save. The voice is like butter on a steamed bun. Yeah, I'm trying to deliver that. Let me... Properties, device. Ah, okay, I had it, somehow I had it, set on the wrong, device. I had, it was trying to read the other monitor for audio, so sorry about that. I guess because I was playing earlier. I wasn't streaming on the other monitor, but I was only using the other monitor to play some Mega Mech this morning for the first time in a while. I got to play the Fighting Bulldogs and their engagement with the clans, so that was cool. So, okay, sound is good. I did turn it back down to -5 so that it wasn't too loud, because I didn't want it to drown me out. But yeah, that is something I will try to make sure and be aware of in the future. So I apologize. I appreciate you guys' patience and understanding. Alright. So we've got the Panther, the PPC, we've got a damaged Striker. 70s, 85s. Yeah, Blackjack has enough armor. I feel like I could, oh, now it's too loud. Okay, oh. Oops. Yeah, that was supposed to be -5. That was a +5. This is -5 now, which is where I had it last time I streamed and it worked well. So I apologize. That was 10 clicks higher than it was supposed to be. I'm glad you pointed that out. I'm surprised you guys could even hear me. Okay, sounds good now. That's a relief. And again, I apologize. I wasn't trying to deafen you or anything like that. Oh man. The things you have to learn when you become a streamer. Just learning like how to use all kinds of different programs and things, and trying to make things more professional than I ever have before, like putting an icon for my unit. I had to learn how to use Canva to create the icon that I used for the Marianas Lance, and then I had to figure out how to incorporate that into the game, and then like when I reinstalled the game I had to go back and redo all that, which was kind of a pain. I'm sure you guys noticed for a couple episodes there my unit icon was just a white empty space, so that was slightly embarrassing because I didn't even notice for a hot minute because that's how I normally play. So we've got 80, 70, 60, 55s and 65. Alright, yeah, let's 60.
On my way.
Yeah, let's go ahead and try and take out this primary target. It's already damaged. Doing some good hits with the Dugam.
Primary target
Nice.
is taking damage.
That was the point. Shoved into the game. You talking about the Mega Mech game? I mean, if you want to be in the game, just say so. I'll just have your pilot show up on our doorstep and be like, hey, I brought a mech. You need help? Sure, we could use that. Oh, HBS. Okay. I mean, do you want one of these three? I'll give you Decker.
Ready for
No, I don't. I imagine that if I renamed Decker, he would still suffer from a fatal, what is it? Failure to exist, regardless of the name. So I wouldn't want to try to rename you or rename Decker for you. But if you want, say, Glitch or Medusa, I'd be willing to do that.
Coordinates received.
Or, I think we also have, what is it, Behemoth and that one dude that we hired. Certain kinds cannot be, though, like Ronins and the Kickstarter peeps. Yeah, that makes sense. The Kickstarter peeps in particular, I feel like I have heard before. because those people did, actually pay money to get their names in. 85s. 85s. Alright. Yeah, we'll go for this one because it sits out. It's not the wins or anything. Glitch is the best. I love her. That's another PPC on the Dugram. Did you see that? Yes, I did. Alright.
Ready for orders.
Vindicator with his PPC and SRM 6, LRM 10. Less SRMs. PPC versus LRM 260, 400. Yeah, I think the Panther is going to be my target next, just on account of he's probably going to go down a little easier. Okay, yeah, just, whenever you get a chance, let me know in the Discord. All I need is a name, your preferred experience level. I haven't gotten to the point where I want to invite people to be elite pilots because that would literally make you the best pilot in the unit. But if you want to be a veteran, regular, or green, any of those is fine. If you have a particular mech or variant that you would like me to use for you, just let me know. If you'd like to type up a bio, I can copy and paste that into your character sheet. Wait, you are a mech tech in Donbass? 45 and 45. Wow. I said I was going to shoot at the Panther, but the Striker is an easier shot, so I'm going to take it. Let's see. Oh, also, if you'd like to designate a homeworld, you can let me know, and I should be able to do that. I see. Yeah, and when I was in the military, there was they designated different levels of maintenance. So, like, the crew members themselves were 10 level maintenance. 20 level maintenance was the next step up, which would be like, the best mechanic in their platoon or whatever. And then I was 30 level maintenance, where if the vehicle needed a repair at the 30 level, it would actually have to come back from the front lines to like an FOB, forward operating base, where the 30 level techs like me were. Not that I ever really had to do anything like that, except in training, which I am grateful for. But that's how it would have gone if it had ever gotten into that. Short-handed for the going war. So that was a mess. Which was a lot that contributed to our early defeats. I see. Yeah, organization and equipment and training, I feel like, are all very, very crucial when it comes to actually being an effective combat unit. But, I mean, don't take my word for it. I don't have any first-hand experience. I'm literally just speaking from fiction and histories that I've read, which is, I mean, I do not consider myself an expert by any means, by any stretch at all.
All weapons committed.
Also, I have to confess to being quite ignorant of international politics and the state of the world today, aside from just what's in the headlines, and
I hear ya.
that does kind of include the Ukraine. Yeah, I really don't know. If anyone has a T-72 or T-64 that needs being fixed. I want you over and get you to put one together from spare parts. Ooh, can we 45 and 85? Why won't it tell me? Oh, it doesn't have LOS. Alright, let's shoot a Panther in the back. We've still got 13 shots with the autocannon, and we're not going to build up any heat. It does get, I see this now, which is saying he's going to get damage reduction, but we're getting back shots. It's worth it. Ah, that was the left torso. Supply could probably reasonably track them all down and get one going. Yeah, good luck doing that with an American tank. They tend to keep a pretty tight lock and key on those.
Damage is light.
But yeah, I understand that T-72s and T-64s are some of the more prolific tanks out there. Prolific, common, you know, numerous. You know what I'm trying to say.
Got it.
Alright, let's see if we can take out his left torso at least. Nope. Working on that left leg though. 3 lead. I do not know that tank. I know, what is it, the Sherman, the Abrams, of course.
Yes, Commander.
What was the other one besides the Sherman that they used? I can't remember now. I feel so stupid and ignorant. And the M3 Lee. I'm not familiar with that. When was that introduced? Do you know? Early World War II. It was fairly tall profiled and had a hole sponsoring big gun that makes it look goofy. Okay.
Firing at enemy.
Honestly, if I could pull that up on my other browser without minimizing this game and interrupting the action, I probably would try right now. Great.
Commander. I'm wounded.
Learning time with stream. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason we can't be, you know, educational about the whole thing. Alright, so we need to take out this striker. We've already done some hurting on it. Should give us 85s all around? Yeah, we'll take that. And without building up critical amounts of heat, so that's cool. Nice, we got it.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Alright, so there's these 2 Scorpions and the Panther. Is that...
Damage minimal.
I think that's about all we got left.
What can I do for you?
where can we go to get maximum evasion and cover? And still get a decent shot on that
sweat.
Panther. I like it. We could go for the leg. Yeah, let's go for the leg.
Firing everything I've got.
Yeah, I'm not
Another
familiar
hit
with
like
Steel
that and you're toast.
Steel Panthers. I'm trying to remember. No, it's not really ringing a bell. Sorry.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so we've got plenty of heat to spare on this guy. Neckbeardy, Grognardy, World War II Hex strategy game. Okay. Well, it sounds like it would be right up my alley. But unfortunately, like I remember, I know I've mentioned before that my dad played Tobruk. There were other games, but I don't... Oh, I cut myself off. I don't remember what any of them were called, and I haven't been able to find any of his old tank games. All of the old games that I've got were on my mom's side, my uncle. Speaking of which, give me 1 second. I want to grab something from the other room that I think someone here might or might not recognize. Give me 1 second. If you don't mind if I go off on a little bit of a tangent here, this is a game that I inherited from my mom's brother that I had never heard of. It's called Patton's Best, and it looks, I haven't actually read the rules yet, but it appears to be like single tank combat in the style of the old Avalon Hill games. But if I'm reading this right, you're in control of one tank with like armor and stuff, and then there's, I don't know, firing arcs and ranges and things like that. So it looks very much like that movie Fury, in my opinion. It's a solitary. And you guys just know that off of the top of your head. Oh yeah, I know that game. This is the company I keep. This one has been punched, which I'm a little sad about for, collecting purposes. But honestly, it looks like it would be a lot of fun to play. Oh, yes. We like the big brain games. Alright, so,
Orders?
let me get back to the reason that we're here. So, we could get 3 evasion here. We'd have, I think, a back shot on the Panther at high percentages. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yes, I don't play many old solitaire games. We have computers to do all the calcs for us now, and moving tokens. Yeah, the thing about token games is that they don't really work too well when you have cats in the house. So, like pretty much any kind of board game that we have, it has to be done very carefully and in one sitting, because we can't leave the cats like locked in a closet overnight. some light RPG elements. So what, like the more enemies you kill, your XP goes up and you improve skills? I really should like at least look at it and figure out how it's played. It does look like it would be something I would enjoy immensely.
Engaging jump jets.
Improve crew skills, better tank models. Ooh, you can upgrade your tank. That sounds cool. And if it's a solitaire game, I don't even need to play against anyone? What? Got him.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Yeah, I might... I had been looking at, you know, trying to find better homes for some of the games that my uncle left me, but I think I might have to hold on to that one, because it really does sound like... If that's a solitaire game, like I wouldn't have to put the cats in the closet. I could put the game in the closet and just leave it there.
Waiting for orders.
That could definitely work. I was actually looking into that. And yeah, I found it on eBay. I found an unpunched set going for 125 bucks, which surprised the heck out of me, but obviously that one has been punched, so I think I'd probably get maybe 50 to 75 for it. And like, I know money is tight and all, but like there's a fair amount of sentimental value there. So I don't know if that's going to be my first choice. There were a couple others that I thought looked less interesting that I'd be probably more willing to part with.
Mission successful.
There were also a couple that I'm absolutely not getting rid of under any circumstances. There's a box set of Civilization, which my dad used to play with his friends, and well, I tried, but I guess it was the early 80s. I was maybe not quite ready for that level of complexity. And then there was Stellar Conquest, which I was a couple years later, so like I think was a little slightly better suited for my capabilities. Panzer War, tabletop war game, obviously about tanks. I was infamous for using real World War II era data sheets. Penetration tables, yeah. I think Panzer War was one of the ones that my dad played. Tobruk is the name that I remember, but he had, I want to say, at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 or more games that I wasn't really as aware of. Played a lot of games back in the 80s, yeah. Alright, so we didn't take any internal damage, however, Medusa did take a hit. So that kind of sucks. And we get 2 priority picks. That's definitely going to be the Panther. I wouldn't mind upgrading the Spider to a Panther. It had better armor. It's less mobile, I know, but it has better armor and better guns. And then for the other pick, that's all just ammo. I'm thinking either the PPC, or maybe an autocannon 10, or the Locust part and sell it. That is, let's see, we've got 895, so a little over 500,000. Okay, how do we, thank you. A little over, what was it, 500,000, that one's about 200,000. I'm sure there's an easier way to do that. Yeah, value 150. Value, okay, well, we'll take the Locust part and sell it. I know Tobruk is like a really tank vehicle focused and obviously less absurdly detailed ASL. Are all games less absurdly detailed than ASL? From what I hear, yes. We did end up getting the PPC in as well as some LRMs and SRMs, so that's cool. The one in particular I remember my dad having was he had a tackle box full of minis, and he had, besides all the major different kinds of tanks, the Tiger 1, the Tiger 2, the Shermans, all of that, he had like field guns, like artillery pieces and howitzers and things like that. And he had charts and charts and charts of like penetration tables and like movement modifiers and things like that. So, 20 days Medusa is going to be out of action. That's not until after our next financial report, which is going to be $250,000. We're sitting at just over our starting funds right now.
Welcome to the Grease.
Sounds like Panzer War? Yeah. The name rings a bell since you mentioned it. I wouldn't have been able to come up with it on my own, but hearing it, it sounds familiar. So no repairs to worry about. Spend some XP maybe?
Waiting for orders.
Okay, yeah, you haven't even been in battle yet, but you're a decent pilot.
Receiving you.
Decker, not enough to spend anything on.
Good to go.
Could get piloting, but that's just melee at this point, right? It won't even let me look.
Receiving you.
Medusa could get tactics. I could get tactics, but there's no bonus for that.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Can we rename T-Bone? Customize. Character can't be customized. Okay. Well.
Ready for orders.
Standing by.
What do you need?
Well, it looks like my character is the only one that can be customized, and I'm sorry, but you can't have that one. In the meantime, we do have enough pilots to go ahead and do another mission, and our mechs appear to all be ready to go. So, I mean... on to the next. Smugglers. Unregistered small arms on Detroit. Hidden base needs to be destroyed. Alright. Turrets or secure the area. I mean, let's go ahead and maybe try to build up some reputation with the Free Worlds League first. And yeah, we'll take the extra, what is it, 45,000 or so? Start out with all Ronins, hence why. Okay. So we've got 452, 4232. So that's 11, that's what, 14? 15. So yeah, 17, 15, 16. Alright. It's really weird, but oh well. Alright, let's do this. I'm glad we picked up that extra pilot now, because even if someone gets injured in this mission, we still have another backup. So, I think we're sitting alright. I think it's worth, an extra, what is he, 30 or 33,000 a month? We can, actually, if we're only making 70,000 a mission, that's half a mission just for that guy, so that does actually represent a pretty significant cost. Still not bad. Alright,
Okay.
so I think the last thing I want to do in this situation is try to engage the defenders and the turrets at the same time. I mean, it says garrison, but all I'm seeing is buildings, so... let's go ahead and I'm gonna try to move up into this area so we can have the high ground over that area.
Got it. I've got something.
Oh. Oh, there's multiple turrets. Shredder turret, that is SRMs and flamers. Alright, so we've got autocannon 2s, which have the range. And not quite visibility there. I know you guys heard that. Fucking dick.
On my way.
Get so close to a turret it flames you. I mean, under normal circumstances, no, but I could understand if they had, you know, a force of mechs as well. It could maybe be in your best interest to try to... Or if you were piloting a charger. If you were piloting a charger, you wouldn't have any choice. Welcome to Texas. That was a truck.
I copy.
Did kind of sound like the TARDIS, though. Oh, there are mechs. Okay, so we need to be a little more cautious in how we're going to approach this.
Waiting for orders.
We have no intel on it at all, so it could be a Locust, it could be a Panther.
Jumping.
It could be a Commando. Oh, that's the large laser Commando. We've got 65s, build up a little bit of heat, because we jumped. Oh, we scored a hit.
Ready for orders.
Alright. So... oh my god, this thing is so slow. Alright. I'm more worried about my to-hit chance than the heat.
On it.
But at this range against SRMs... Oh, what was that? Was that this guy, I think? That was just what that was. Alright, so... I would like to multi-target. I'd like to target the Shredder turret. And the Commando. We want to send the LRMs to the Commando and everything else at the turret.
Affirmative.
Nice, to both hits. And the LRMs scored a couple hits. Nice, nice.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, oh, that's right, we don't have LRMs on the Dugram anymore. But...
Affirmative.
yeah, I was gonna try to multi-target, but that's not gonna happen. But on the other hand, we should be able to just absolutely... oh yeah, he's got 22 hit points left. I don't even feel like we need that. We're not building up any heat. We might need the ammo for something, but well, we're building up a little bit of heat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, laser is really all we needed.
Target destroyed.
Alright, so that is one turret down and no longer an issue. How many hit points does this guy have? He has 97, so we would actually have to hit him like 4 weapon systems. I saw. Let me. From here, what can we see? Do we actually have a shot on the commando from here? I mean, yeah, if we can land all of our hits. Oh, is it still on cooldown? Dang it. And those are only 85s. Well, at least we're not in SRM range, so that's nice. 55s, 85s. I'd really like to knock out that commando, especially that large laser arm, if we could. Which would only take 1 hit. It's unlikely that we're gonna take it out this turn, but there is a chance. Whereas that turret is not a threat until we get closer.
What's up, boss?
I mean, if we punched him, we could punch him for 30, or we could shoot him for 50.
On the move.
Still only 55% chance to hit. What is going on with that? Long range, target size.
Acknowledge.
Well, we hit, but it wasn't enough.
Waiting for orders.
Good to go.
$65 and $75, or $65, $55, and $45. I feel like, yeah, any one of those SRMs would take that arm off. So I think it's worth
Coordinates received.
not being in woods in order to have a slightly better chance of destroying that arm. And yeah, that's gonna be everything because autocannons build up
This should be
practical
good.
heat. Still can get that arm
Yeah,
though.
critical hit.
Receiving you.
So we've got indirect fire on him only. Unless maybe if we jump, yes.
Affirmative.
I'm liking this Vindicator. I like that it has the PPC and the jump jets, and it has the heat capacity to use them both at the same time. I do appreciate that. It's slower than I would like, but that is a sacrifice I think is worthwhile for things like that.
That's a kill.
And then, of course, well, ice reduces movement speed and increases stability damage, but improves heat sinking. And it still has 97, so we'd have to hit it 4 times, which means lasers. 85, yeah. We can take 5 shots and hit 4 of them. We should be good. The odds are in our favor.
All weapons committed.
Got him. Yeah.
Target destroyed.
Orders.
This mission is going really well, I'd say. We've taken basically no damage so far. Yeah, let's get the spider back into the fold. Try
Engaging
to
jump
flank that
jet.
one turret.
Yes, Commander.
Let's get Glitch. Oh, Glitch has a shot on some buildings, it looks like.
Uh-huh. Special zone.
Enemy structure damaged, Commander.
Standing by. Firing.
In this case, I think I do want to be more evasive, because we're going to close with this turret and try to take him down. And yeah, same thing. We need to hit 4 times, we got 85% chance on 5 shots. Nice. God, the pilots have to report literally anything they do back to command. I mean, I appreciate it. It makes it feel to me like what I would
Ready for
expect
orders.
a combat channel to actually feel like. And at the pace that we're playing at, the messages come, I feel, less frequently than they would in a real situation. But you're right, it might be a little excessive.
Fire
Maybe if
on
we like
target.
cut that down to, I don't know, like 2/3 or so, it would feel less constant. I assume you're being sarcastic. That's the tone I'm getting from that.
I hear ya.
But as a player, I like having the feedback, letting me know that, you know, what I'm doing. Like if I was expecting to hear one person's voice and I hear a different person's voice, I'd be like, wait a minute, did I clicked the wrong thing somewhere?
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
Yes, 2 medium lasers, 2 machine guns, 97 damage. We're fixing to do 70 plus, what is that, 48? Should do it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Command, I am moving my left foot. Command, I am moving my right foot. Yeah, it does. I'm not disagreeing with you. Because you are kind of spot on. So is that must be all the turrets. I've got no more blips except for these okay, yeah, let's we don't pay for the ammo, so we might as well.
What's up, boss?
Yeah, we'll
Taking the shot.
Structure down. It's history.
One less structure.
Receiving you. Target acquired.
It's 2 down.
Brought it down, Commander. Waiting on you, Commander.
Alright, so which one of these has the fewest hit points? It looks like they're all about the same, but I'm guessing the large has more. should be.
Bug out. Get to the LZ for
Oh,
extraction.
right. We're actually gonna have to get to the LZ? No, okay. Alright, with an extra 35% for massive destruction. Rouse 28, MRB is up to 40, so that's cool. 500 XP for everyone. Sorry, Behemoth, no kills for you. Well. Maybe we could have gotten more money out of that one. Oh, Grayson Carlisle, that's a name I know. I left my water in the kitchen. One sec. I guess I was mistaken. Alright, so Medusa still out of action for 20 days. Still no repairs. Still not enough XP, I doubt. I don't think.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, 600.
Yes, Commander.
Ooh. Decker could actually get sure footing or bulwark or sensor lock. Now, I remember that we had discussed who was going to get what, but honestly, that was a week ago and I'd forgotten.
Good to go.
Receiving you.
Standing by.
So, we've got pretty much... So we've got two people with multi-target.
Good to go.
Medusa has sure footing, which is the first step towards ace pilot, which we definitely wanted to get.
Commander.
I think Decker also wanted to get ace pilot. And I think we were talking about giving Behemoth or Medusa breaching shot. Gunnery, gunnery, gunnery. Yeah, I know gunnery is the most important thing, but I see an opportunity. I don't want to miss an opportunity. All right, we'll hold off for now. Let's go ahead and knock out this. Well. I mean, that's an extra 50,000 right there. And if there's less than 9 pieces of salvage, which there might not be, just out of curiosity, can we make those numbers any better? Oh, we can get 1 extra point of reputation by just totally screwing ourselves. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I think I'm going to go a little bit more balanced on this one because I'm expecting more turrets and not as many mechs to salvage. I'm actually really confused. I don't know where I left my water. Hidden, well-defended logistics depot.
Command interface initiated.
Time to get paid.
Alright, yeah, let's start with the... I was about to call it a heavy. It's relatively heavy.
Coordinates received.
This is geothermal. Ooh. take some high ground here so
I
we can
copy.
get a view of anything. No, we are still without contact. So, scout the depot. Guessing so these look like areas where enemies might spawn.
I copy.
God, that's just ridiculous.
Lifting off.
Still no contact. I'm starting to get a little concerned.
Engaging jump jets.
What's up, boss?
Acknowledged.
I mean, I was really expecting to run into some bad guys before now.
Taking the high road.
Engaging jump jets.
Ready for orders.
Roger that.
Alright, Spider, what you gonna do? You gonna do what you do best.
Firing jump
And
jet.
this is a recon mission after all. Yeah, I knew something was up. Multiple contacts. Wait, what? Oh, I need a mini map. Did I not see someone spawn in behind us?
Waiting for orders.
Oh, is this gonna be a defense mission? Where we have to run in and be there when the enemy is coming at us, I see.
Engaging jump jets.
Not a defense mission? Because, I mean, it sure sounds like that's what they want me to do. They're like, oh, occupy this zone and then take on the enemies that are coming after you. You know?
Acknowledged.
Oh, do we have to get everyone in there?
Uh-huh.
Hey, how's it going? Suspicious Wizard. Haven't seen you in, well, Haven't seen you today, at least.
Jumping.
Alright, let's set up a perimeter. We don't know which way they're coming from. Try to be nice and evasive without building up too much heat.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Hostile on sensor.
Ooh, a Jenner. That's one of the biggest mechs that we've had to take on so far. Yeah, no, we actually only just picked up a second PPC, I think. So, I don't think 2 PPCs was an option before now. Might consider it when we're en route to our next planet.
Waiting for
So,
orders.
we've got a Jenner and a Griffin. Whew. Well, I know what our priority salvage is gonna be. Griffin has a PPC. Excuse me.
I copy.
What kind of Jenner is that? Is that the SRM Jenner? One with no armor? What do you mean, boo? That's as big as our biggest mech. If I could... I mean, even if I didn't, like, want to use it, like, I could sell it for more than anything else I've been able to sell so far. Oh, that's not a standard Griffin. That's the, what is it, the
Damage minimal.
1S? Yeah, the 1S that has the large laser.
Waiting for orders.
Where do we want to put him? I mean, we've got the ice, but it's less evasive. Ooh, we've got woods over here. We've got woods. Budget Griffin. I don't know. I like the large laser version. I feel like a PPC and a large laser are proportionally equivalent. They both do as much damage as they do heat. But the 1S adds a medium laser, which has a better proportion. So I know which one I know which one I prefer. I like PPCs on mechs that can mount them and still have room left over for a medium laser, but if you can't do that, I'd rather have a large laser and a medium. That's just me.
On it.
Engaging jump jets.
May as well go 7 medium lasers. I agree. You say that like it's a bad thing.
All weapons committed.
The only time you have too many medium lasers is when you can't use them all.
Waiting on you, Commander. All weapons are go!
Ooh, we got the leg.
There's more where that came from.
Just make the ones you can't use rear firing. No, I would turn half of them into heat sinks and then use the other half.
Receiving you.
95% to do 80 damage. Would destroy that, would destroy that, and that. That's only 64. Ooh. Oh, that is so tempting. Shoot his leg off. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the called shot. Just on account of I wouldn't mind the salvage. Against no galaxy. It's only 15%, but maybe we get lucky. And oh, we actually have to hit with both of them. Yeah, no. Missed.
I hear ya.
Standing by. Firing jump jet.
Getting some of that benefit from the ice, and that is a 30% chance to hit. Blah. That's 45. I mean, it's not bad, I guess. So the Griffin's gone internal on the left side, or right side. And that is the right torso done for the
Scored a critical
Jenner.
hit.
Yeah, see, for the Op 4, I would rather be facing off against a regular 1N Griffin than the 1S. Which is how I know that in a fight, I would rather have a 1S than a 1N.
Good to go.
$30, 58, 15, 65, 93. No, we wouldn't quite be able to do that. Griffin's too lightly armed for my tastes. Give me a Hunchback any day. I agree that the Hunchback is better armed, but it is so much less mobile. For me, it's almost a toss-up, just in my opinion.
Take this.
Hunchback hits hard. I don't care which variant you're using.
Another hit like that.
Except the
and
LRM
you're
variant.
toast.
That one's a little less punchy than the others, but what is it? There's one with 2 LRM-10s, and there's one with an autocannon 5 and 2 LRM-5s, if I'm not mistaken. Those two are my least favorite Hunchbacks. But the autocannon 10 Hunchback, the medium laser Hunchback, the SRM Hunchback, of course the autocannon 20 Hunchback, those are all just excellent, fantastic, punchy, good little mechs.
Engaging jump jets.
LRM Hunchback is a crime. Don't forget the Gauss Hunchy, that's a later variant. Yeah, it is like a mini Archer, and that's the problem, is that it's 20 tons lighter, but it has half of the LRMs. So I feel like the Catapult does a better job of being a mini Archer. It's heavier than a Hunchback, yes, I'll give you that, but it also has half again as many missiles. 25 and 60. He's in the woods though. Yeah, the concept of the LRM-5 Locust is good. The problem is the LRM-5s each weigh 2 tons and the Locust doesn't have 5 tons to spare.
Engaging target.
Use the missiles to get into range for all those amounts. For one thing, the missiles aren't enough of a deterrent to help you get into medium laser range. They'll give you a little bit of softening up as you get closer, but the only thing that's going to help you get into close range is going to be more speed. Well, sorry, I misread what you said. I was thinking that you said they helped you get closer.
Yes,
I'm like, do they though? But that's not what you said, so apologies. Yeah, we need to get this Jinner out of here. I think 85% is pretty good odds.
Heading out.
He's weak. LRM is pure hurrah. You're absolutely right. It doesn't even have the crit-seeking ability of SRMs. Literally the only thing I think LRMs have going for them is their range. They just don't do enough damage to be useful against much of anything besides like a 20-tonner. Like a
Barely
bug
hit,
mech.
Commander.
Once you get up to LRM 40s, yeah, you're definitely looking at some stopping power there, but that's also like a 20-ton investment.
Good to go. Acknowledged.
LRMs are crit seekers, and then you have someone punch a hole. I would argue about the crit seeking ability of an LRM. The LRM 20 hits at most 4 locations, so I mean, you're getting that at a third of the price with an SRM 4. As far as just strictly crit seeking.
Roger.
Using the 2-lance deployment mod, it was really funny taking 3 to 4 mechs with LRM 40 and a scout with tag. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, 2 lances would be amazing. I can't wait actually until we get into the point in Mega Mech where we're deploying 2 lances. That is something that I'm really excited for.
Engaging jump jets.
Most of my battles we play very differently. Most battles I'm moving backwards, you charge forward. Ideally, yeah, if you can bait your opponent into that kind of situation, that is a pretty good deal. Too much jumping. We're gonna have to cool it with one of the lasers too.
Targeting clear armor.
Ooh, there goes his LRM at least.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Now, if you're playing against the clans, that's a tactic that's less useful because they're just gonna sit there and let you be out of range while they pelt you with everything they've got.
What can I do
But
for
if you have range superiority, then yeah, absolutely. Backpedaling is the way to go. Force them to come to you and make them do it as slowly as you can make them. For sure.
No sweat.
SRMs for the win.
Got it.
Nice. Surgical extraction. What does that mean? The depot is ours.
Mission successful.
You lose mech parts when you destroy torso. I believe in the HBS version. I'm sure, but I mean, you can always just grind for more parts. We're not gonna run out of Griffin parts for sure. But yeah, it slows you down. It slows down your advancement to destroy a mech 2 completely. But I don't have, I think, quite a good enough handle on the strategy and how this game works to really maximize my effectiveness. I mean, none of my guys have any tactics, so all of their called shots are just garbage. And yeah, I'm regretting not taking more salvage. That would have been very nice. But we did get 2 parts, so that's half a Griffin, cool. And part of a Jenner, which we didn't have before. So I'm happy with that. Alright, and if I'm not mistaken, that is the last contract we had available on this planet. Yeah, everything else is Bellerophon, Alloway, and Alloway. So do we go to Alloway first, or do we go to Bellerophon and knock out this benefactor? Honestly, I mean, we're up to 1.2 million C-bills. And
Standing
we're
by.
getting some good XP.
Standing by.
Need 200 more for gunnery.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Let's see. Glitch. Glitch was in something other than range, right? Yeah, because Behemoth was in the Spider. I'm in the Blackjack. So Glitch either has a PPC or an autocannon 5. Either way, 45 meters minimum range could be really useful. But we're also 1 mission away from a better gunnery. But do I want multi-target? I've got Bulwark. Yeah, I definitely wanted to get myself evasion.
Mech warrior training complete.
Alright, so cool.
Waiting for orders.
Cool. Alright, so that's pretty awesome. And again, no damage to speak of. Actually, we can, let me check my finances and see how much that locust is going to cost us at the end of the month. 12,000. That's pretty minor. Bulwark is oppressively powerful skill in the vanilla game. Do you think it's funny that your character's guts enables them to sink extra heat for their mech? Yes, I do. You just clench your cheeks and absorb heat. Yeah, I honestly, I think that it's kind of a stretch that any of your pilots are able to affect their mech's abilities in the way that these are. Also, it kind of bothers me that in some of the I forget which mod it is, but one of them makes it to where multi-target is... wait, no. That's right, it is vanilla, where multi-target is a skill. Which bothers me, because in tabletop, any mech can multi-target. It's like, why is that something you have to pay for now, or choose? That doesn't sit well with me, personally. I could understand if there was a penalty for multiple targets, like in tabletop, but then just baby simplification for dum-dums. That is kind of how it feels. That said, there is like an entire layer of complexity to this game that you don't see in the tabletop, which is these piloting skills and the different terrain effects and cover and things like that. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's simpler, it's just complicated in a different kind of way. Alright, now, before we get to traveling, I mean, the Vindicator, let's take a look at this. We've got 1.5, 2, 3, 4.5. So we'd have to find another 2.5 tons to get that PPC on there. Oh, also, it doesn't look like we have anywhere to put another PPC, except this arm. Ooh, that's kind of all the eggs in one basket. And even without the medium laser and the small laser and the LRM and the ammo, we're still building up 20 heat. And we've got 6, that'd be what, 18, no, 6, 14 heat sinks in a stock Vindicator, right? I do like that there's skills, but they are also silly. That high guts activate. That high guts activate lets you literally eject your coolant for a quick heat drop. Luckily, you conjure a replacement coolant from the chill penguin dimension. Prefer one in each arms. Yeah, but we. Okay, I was misreading that. Yeah. I saw that the support slot was filled with the small laser, and I didn't see that there were 2 energy hardpoints. So yeah, that works better for me. It still runs hot, and it's still overweight, so we'd have to drop either heat sinks, jump jets, or armor. I don't see any other way to do it. Perhaps we could moderate it just slightly. That gives us better heat efficiency, not quite as much range or damage, but it's not as badly overweight. Or could we even do something, well, something like that. We were building up 16 plus 4 for jumping would be 20. And we've got 8 plus 7 heat sinks, that's 15. I feel like that's pretty doable. Who's out on the funny power of slapping lights with 2 PPCs? Yeah. And honestly, the large laser is... If I'm gonna do that, I might as well just throw a bunch of mediums on it, because the large laser does have better range, but it's 5 times heavier, it's 3 times the heat for 60% more damage. It just... The PPC has the advantage of, 10 points all in one location, I don't know. Let's be almost as dangerous as a fire starter. 5 medium lasers would make you more dangerous than a fire starter, in my opinion. Let's revert changes. Where is it? I don't want to strip equipment. I just want to strip weapons. Can we do that? No. Okay. How many of these have we got? We've got plenty of these. Now we're... So that's 15 heat, 19 for jumping. 8 and 7 is 15 heat sinks. And that does actually... So that gives us 16 heat sinks, 20 heat for weapons. And then half a ton for armor. I mean, that's 4 medium lasers and a large, which is better than a fire starter, which ain't bad. And tougher too. Three. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I like this build. It's... So we dropped the PPC down to a large laser, we dropped the small laser and the LRMs, and we add 3 medium lasers. And 2 heat sinks, and half a ton of armor. Alright, yeah, let's 18 days puts us right where we need to be, time frame wise.
I'll let you know when that's done.
So it's not 2 PPCs, which would have been fun, admittedly, but I don't think we could fit 2 PPCs on a 45 tonner. That's literally a third of his weight. Blackjack. What can we do if we drop these autocannon 2s? Wait, do we not have an autocannon 5? Oh, we had autocannon 5 ammo, is what we had. I mean, that's what, 50 damage between those, that's 40 damage. And nowhere we can put this, huh? That's all of our energy hardpoints, huh? How about if we... Oh, we're out of medium lasers too. Okay, well, how about that? Go full Davian? Davian is known for autocannons, right? Is that what you're referring to get those autocannon 5s? Davian is known for lasers. Okay, is it Steiner that's known for autocannons then? Because I'm sure it's one or the other. Watch me be wrong anyways. Oh, bugger, we are out of heat sinks. Store. Show upgrades. Ooh, yeah, I forgot we could armor up with the last of this. So real quick, Blackjack, speed 4, so that's 180. So that's, yeah, 8 heat sinks in the engine. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that's 19 just in weapons. I want more heat sinks on this thing. It's not as efficient as I would like. There's no way to get to the store from here, is there? Oh, there it is. There it is, at the bottom. Heat sinks. Let's go ahead and we'll start with one because honestly they're
New
kind of
equipment
expensive at this
available.
point in the game. Alright, I think I like this loadout. I want to try it. It shouldn't be too hard to switch back if I decide to later.
Shouldn't be too hard.
There's a Davian variant of the Blackjack with 2 large lasers. Yeah, my preferred variant of the Blackjack is actually 2 ER large lasers with double heat sinks. If you do it right, you can get, what is it? 26 heat sinking capability, so you can run and fire both ER larges, or you can run and fire 1 ER large and 4 medium lasers, and either way you're heat neutral. So that's one thing that I've done before that works really well, I think. Clan Tech spits? Well, I mean, yeah, anything with Clan Tech is gonna kick ass. That's just what Clan Tech does. The spider, I don't feel like we can necessarily do a whole lot with that. Does it literally not have any hard points? Yeah, there's no modifying this thing. And the Shadowhawk, oh yeah, we had picked up an SRM-4 that we wanted to throw on there. But what was it? Was it a medium laser maybe that we were thinking about? Because it looks like we're all out of energy hardpoints. I remember that I was excited to put an SRM-4 or an SRM-6 in this thing, but I can't remember what I was going to drop to do it. 2 small lasers for extra punch to the Dugram here, or with the Blackjack. The Spooter, I didn't see any support hardpoints. Did I miss them? No. Confirm exit. Let's go back to the spider. Oh, it does have 2 support hardpoints here. We'd have to drop one of the medium lasers. And we only have 1 small laser. That's funny. I am not used to being so poorly equipped. I'm used to having... Oh, we can't even get a small laser. That is lame. Yeah, no, we're not doing anything with the spider right now. 2 mediums, 2 smalls. That actually is a thought. It doesn't actually need 8 jump jets. Well, we're gonna have to go uneven if we do 2 smalls. But we don't have 2 smalls. We only have 1, and there aren't any for sale. Okay. But yeah, well, I don't know. This thing tends to run hot when it jumps anyways. So this way at least, we're not building up as much jumping. We're only equaling that with the small laser when we're in range. Yeah. So this is a workable build. We're not giving up much. We're becoming slightly more heat efficient when we're not in range of the small laser, and just as evenly heat efficient when we are. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do that modification, see how that works.
Get it in the schedule.
And the Shadowhawk, I could have sworn I wanted to put an SRM-4 on this thing at a minimum, but I don't remember what I was going to do to get it. And again, I'm looking at these armor values and I'm like, those could be higher, which is kind of tempting. But again, like I said last week, no one has been shooting at the Shadowhawk, so it doesn't really need the armor. And you can make a clip out of that and make fun of me if you want, but fact of the matter is, it just hasn't taken hardly any damage at all. So I'm gonna leave the Dougram the way it is. Ammo in the CT? Oh, yeah, ammo in the legs, I understand, is the best move, because it's less likely to get crit. So, 200 days, 2 days, 200 C-bills, 2 days. You can rock that. Alright, everything is being refitted. Oh, I done screwed up. I forgot these were consecutive. I forgot we only had one bay. We are gonna be out of work for a little while. Yeah, that's one other thing I need to get used to. Alright, so, well, we'll start with this here easy mission. We're not taking 2 random bits of salvage over 50,000 C-bills, although maybe we should. No adjacency rules? As far as... I don't understand what you mean by adjacency. You mean like melee attacks when you're in base contact, or like in Civilization where you can't be, you can't move from an adjacent to an enemy to adjacent to an enemy, or is this, like doesn't matter where the ammo is in the mech. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, so far as I know, that's never been a requirement in any BattleTech game. Feed ammo from the left foot to a gun in the right hand. Yeah. Head is another interesting place to put ammo that I've heard of. Alright, laser show. I wonder what that's for. Not yet. All of our mechs are being worked on. For another... Oof. That does go fast. Can we... maybe... is there any way to reorder this? Can I get the Dougram first and Spider next? Oh, manage tasks. It's like it heard me. Alright, so we'll do 2 days, we'll get the Dougram up, and then we'll rock with the Locust. Come on. Yeah.
Always good to see you in Ops, Commander.
Alright, well, we have 4 mechs, or we could wait 2 more days and rock the Spider. You know what?
Job's done, Commander.
Alright, now Medusa has, what is that? 16. Behemoth has 15. Better piloting, better guts, better tactics. Oh, done list. 15, yeah, 16. Okay. Jeez. You're starting to annoy me. Oh. Actually, I just realized what time it is, and now is actually not when I need to be starting a mission. I should be able to save as soon as I drop in, though, right? I think? Or is that not a thing in this? Have to play all night long. Sadly, no. I have other things that I would like to take care of. Cancel. Okay. Place looks deserted. Move up in recon. Once we know what we're dealing with. Yeah.
Who fights over a place like this?
So, Save game. That's gonna be Cedric mid-mission. That's what we're gonna call that. Alright. So, I appreciate everyone who joined me tonight. Hope to see you guys all in the Discord. Don't forget to if you're seeing this and you haven't joined the Discord, hit up my Twitch profile. Just get a link there. If you're seeing this on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube, like, comment, follow, subscribe, be part of the community. I appreciate everybody's time and patience. I understand I did have some technical and audio difficulties earlier through no one's fault but my own. I hope everyone has a good weekend and a good week and a good night. So we will see you all next time. Have a good night, y'all.